Hello. Hello, check. Hello. Hello, check. Check. Hello. Hello, check. Hello. Hello, check. Hello. Hello, check. Hello. Hello, check. Hello. Hello. Hello, check. Hello.
हेलो चेक।
हाँ? वो थोड़ा आवाज आ रहा है।
हेलो चेक। हेलो चेक।
आया?
हेलो चेक। हेलो चेक।
ये लोग किधर गए रे बोल भी कुछ क्या नहीं रहा है आवाज। देख रहा हूँ। अरे हेलो चेक दो बार बोला ना।
request everyone to please settle down. We'll be beginning in a short time. Okay, there you go. A very good morning to each and everyone present here today. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to day 7 of the Master Induction series at the HSNC University. As we continue this enriching journey of learning, interaction and inspiration, I hope today brings you a greater clarity, motivation and a deeper connection with this vibrant academic community. Let us gear up for yet another day filled with valuable insights and meaningful experiences. I would now request all the dignitaries and our brave hearts to light the lamp. Lighting of the lamp signifies dispelling darkness and ignorance, bringing in knowledge and auspiciousness. It marks the beginning of an event with positivity, purity, and a divine blessings. Before moving on, I kindly request everyone to rise up for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
We are honored to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Colonel, Professor Dr. Hemlata Bagla, along with our brave hearts, deans, principals, directors, our teaching staff and non-teaching staff, and of course, our dearest students. It is said that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear uniforms and save lives. Today, we are privileged to have among us the brave force that stands strong in every disaster. The Mumbai Fire Brigade is not just a department, it is the city's silent guardian standing tall amidst chaos, crisis and calamities. Established in 1887, it is India's oldest and most skilled firefighting forces, trusted with the safety of over 20 million Mumbaikars. Whether it's towering infernos, rescue missions, natural disasters, or industrial emergencies, the brave men and women of the Mumbai Fire Brigade respond with unmatched speed, precision, and courage. Day or night, rain or shine, they are always just one call away, embodying the spirit of service, sacrifice, and sheer resilience that defines the heartbeat of Bombay. Today, we have with us our brave hearts, Mr. C.V. Bhosle, Divisional Fire Officer, Mr. U.G. Palande, Assistant Divisional Fire Officer, Mr. Rohan More, Senior Station Officer, Mr. Amol Mulik, Station Officer. Can we have a huge applause? love that, sir. No worries. Do I need to? But I can say if you don't mind. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, I would like to talk about a little about Mr. Deputy Chief Fire Officer, Shri S.D. Sawant. His education was done in BSc Science, Chemistry Department, 32 years, 3 months with Mumbai Fire Brigade, an advanced diploma in fire engineering, received Municipal Commissioner's Silver Medal for extraordinary bravery at following incidents: house collapse message at Kasaiwara Hills, Chunabatti, Kurla East; house collapse message at Lakshmi Chaya Building, LT Road, Borivali West; house collapse message at Kalyan Shri Fata Road, Kalyan; rescue service message at Hill Review Resort, Palghar; received Municipal Commissioner Commendation Certificate at Brigade Fire Call at Gokul Nivas, Kalba Devi Road, Kalba Devi; received Commendatory Certificate to carry out the rescue and relief operation at the Nicobar during tsunami; received Certificate of Commendation from Municipal Commissioner at COVID Warrior. I would now move forward with the Divisional Fire Officer, C.V. Bosle, education, BSc Science, Chemistry, Diploma and Advanced Diploma in Fire Engineering from National Fire Service College, 29 years and 6 months with Mumbai Fire Brigade, played a vital role in rescuing trapped tourists in the Taj terrorist attack on 2008, declared Municipal Commissioner Silver Medal for extraordinary bravery for Level 2 fire call at Jetabai Building, Girgaon Chapati. Attended earthquake emergencies at Ahmedabad, Bhuj in year 26 January 2001. Can we have a huge applaud, guys? I would now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to welcome the guests. Okay. Okay, sorry. Senior Station Officer, Shri R.V. More, 18 years with Mumbai Fire Brigade, education BSc Chemistry, Mumbai University, MBA, HR, Diploma in Industrial Safety, graduated member of Institute of Fire Engineers, UK, Divisional Officer Course and Station Officer Course from National Fire Service College, awarded Commendation Certificate for excellent firefighting work at Taj terrorist attack, declared Municipal Commissioner Silver Medal for extraordinary bravery at house collapse message at Rubinisa Manzil Grant Road, received a National Award for Excellence for Valiant Fame, received the Unhuge Heroes of Mumbai Award from Joy Avenue Foundation. Station Officer Shri A.D. Mullik, Education MSc Chemistry, Grade 1, UK, awarded with the Honorable President's Fire Service Gallantry Medal of Brigade Fire Call at Gokul Nivas, Kalba Devi on 9/2015. Awarded with the Honorable Municipal Commissioner Silver Medal at Lotus Business Park Building, Andheri, dated at 18/2014. Received Best Trainer Award by Mumbai Fire Brigade year 2020. Received again Best Fire Brigade Award by Mumbai Fire Brigade year 2025. Thank you so much. Ma'am, I would now like the Honorable Vice Chancellor to please welcome all the guests.
Warm welcome to each one of you to 7th day of Master Induction Series. All this is designed for each one of you, and I'm thankful to you that you are here and you would be responsible individuals of this university so that you could be future fire and safety wardens of this university. A warm welcome to the distinguished guest on the stage. Friends, these are the brave men who run into the danger, towards the danger when most of us want to come out of it, run away from it. Today is not just the day to make you aware about fire safety norms, to induct you, to sensitize you, but it's also about letting you know, with these brave men, even you stand responsibility towards your community, towards your institution, to your, wherever you stay, and for your family too. This is not for us, it is for the entire humanity, entire community. It could be animals, it could be anyone, and if we have the right knowledge and we are sensitized enough, we could save lives too. I was telling a couple of minutes back to Divisional Fire Officer C.A. Bhosle Sahab, when he spoke about us that we do so much, I said we can only transform lives by organizing such programs, but you save millions of lives. There's a lot of difference between the two. We have with us Senior Station Officer Rohan Moreji, and even Amol Malik, Station Officer. I'm really grateful to even Deputy Fire Chief Officer, who couldn't be with us because of some emergency and some issue. Mr. Samanji, Santosh Savanji, who was wanting to join here, but he has promised he will come Monday and again address you. I'm always, when I look up to NDRF, Army, or defense officials or fire officials, only one thing I think about them, that they are those heroes, true heroes, who are just ordinary human beings like us. But for them, they make each and every moment what we go through an extraordinary one. They arrive at an extraordinary moment in our lives that we are saved and we are at the right place. So a warm welcome to each one of them, and I extend gratitude to each one of you. Bhosle Sahab, thank you so much for always your support. You are one phone call away, I know, and this is not today, it is always. We have been part of this institution for many years, but Bhosle Sahab has been there. We have with us today Rohan Moreji and Amul Malik ji. Thank you so much for gracing these days. But such programs are not possible without the support of the deans of the university, Senior Science and Technology Dean, Dr. Professor Tejaswi Shanbag, Principal of KC College. Thank you so much, Madam. Registrar of HSNC University and Principal of Bombay Teachers Training College, Dr. Bhagwan Balani. We have in the audience Associate Dean of Commerce and Management, Rajesh Malkani. Thank you so much for being there every day. Vice Principals of KC College, Dr. Ritika Pathak, very soon to be Professor, and also Professor Rajesh Samant. And thank you so much, each one of you. I know many parents have been joining. We also have Director NSS and former NSS Coordinator of KC College, Professor Satish Kolteji. Thank you so much. And thanks all of you for organizing and every day being in time and organizing this event. Kia, please come forward. Thank you so much for all you do backstage. So behind the scenes. Thank you very much. And once again, thank you for joining us. Over to all of you. Please.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the kind words. I would now like Mr. Rohan More to please address the crowd. I'm so sorry, my mistake. I would like the Vice Chancellor and Ma'am Tejaswi Shanbag to felicitate our guests and dignitaries. And Balani sir as well. I would like our Vice Chancellor and Tejaswi ma'am to first felicitate, and Balani sir to felicitate Mr. Bhosle. I would now like Mr. Rohan More, Senior Station Officer, to come forward for the felicitation. I would now request Mr. Amol Malik, the Station Officer, to come forward for the felicitation. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Assistant Division Officer. So we will felicitate him.
Perfect.
Let him start. Invite him
Yeah,
to
yeah,
speak.
yeah.
In between, we can interrupt him.
Perfect.
And then we go.
Perfect, as you say, ma'am. I would now request Mr. More, Rohan More, to address the gathering.
No, he doesn't.
I need a slide changer.
You need a slide change. Okay, I'll tell the thing.
Very good morning. Am I audible? Generally, we firefighters do not use a mic. To brief you about myself, my name is Rohan More. I'm Senior Station Officer working with Mumbai Fire Brigade. Currently, I'm attached to your nearest fire station, not nearest, I would say, 4 kilometers from here. That is at Nana Chowk, called as Gawalatang Fire Station. It's been 18 years with Mumbai Fire Brigade, proud to say that. Once upon a time, looking at you, I was also a student sitting over there in the audience. And let me make it very, as in I want to tell you all this very important thing, that just to start, before starting the session, we had a cup of tea with your Vice Chancellor. And must say, madam, you have a different spark altogether. You created that energy within us also. You always have that energy, but must say at this age also, your knowledge is highly commendable. Oh, I'm sorry, I take my words back. Your energy is very high. I thought that my energy will be very high, but I'm feeling a little complex today. I doubt I'll be ready to put on so much of energy. Well, I'll try my level best to put on all my knowledge and whatever experience I have with Mumbai Fire Brigade. And yes, why you all are here? Any idea? Or just it's a part of curriculum? Let's not think it as a curriculum part. We are here to gain knowledge, and this knowledge is going to be with you from this day till the end of your life. Because what we are going to teach you, not teach you, rather we are going to give you information, is very vital from fire and safety point of view. Okay? So you never know when this knowledge can be used. When will it be used? But this knowledge is very essential for each and every person sitting in this auditorium over here. It's not going to take much of your time. We'll start with a presentation. I don't have a slide changer, so... Oh, thank you. Which way do I need to point it? Yeah, I think this way. We're not used to using all these kinds of gadgets. What we use is rescue equipment. What we use is a turntable ladder. So these equipments are very small for us, but I'll try to manage it. So what we're going to cover in this entire session, what is fire, methods of extinction of fire, what are the categories of fire, what are portable fire extinguishers, and what are common causes of fire, what to do in case of fire. This is very important. I would like to stop in between. We have our young, dynamic Assistant Divisional Fire Officer, Mr. Umesh Palande on stage. I hand over the mic to the comparer, please.
Welcome, sir. I would now request... Please. I would now like our Vice Chancellor, Tejashree ma'am, to felicitate Mr. Palande.
Give his
Actually, sir, we had a thing ready.
Yeah.
Before moving forward, I would like to talk about a little about Shri U.G. Palande, the Assistant Divisional Fire Officer, Education BSc Chemistry, Mumbai University, Certificate of Honours in Lift Rescue Methods from MS Clindo's Lifts, Emergency Management System from Flying Dock, INC USA in 2025 till 2028, Swift Water Technician Level, Thor from ARIA, Canada in 2028, Grade 1 Fire from Institute of Fire Engineering, UK in 2009. Engineering from NFSE, Nagpur, 2012. Floodwater Rescue Technician, Level 5 in 2016. And Management of Risk and Incident Response for Port and Maritime Disaster, Singapore, October 2028. We welcome you, sir. I would want Mr. Rohan to please continue. Sorry for the interruption.
Even sir was surprised, was that about me? Sir, it was about you. Must say he's the most decorated officer in our fire brigade and I report to him only. Okay, so let's start with our today's presentation. Okay. Aag kya hai, what is fire? It's there on the PPT itself. When three elements come together, what are those? One is heat, one is fuel, and one is oxygen. When these three elements come together, then only fire happens. Is there any incident where you've witnessed fire and none of these elements were present or either of these elements were absent and fire took place? It's a very basic common science. Clear? To move further, we need to understand this fire triangle. If you do not understand this fire triangle, there is no point moving ahead. So I'll give you an example. You have LPG at home, correct? What do? Use a lighter. That's a spark, that's a heat of source. So LPG becomes your fuel. Your spark becomes heat and oxygen is present in the atmosphere. So when these three elements come together, what happens is fire. Sometime back we started this lamp over here. So over here you can see cotton and oil over here. What is it? It's a source of, I want you to interact please. It's fuel. What we use is a diya where the heat was there and oxygen is present in the atmosphere. It's so very easy. To light a fire, it is very easy. So to douse a fire, is it very easy? Who says no? It's very easy, I should say. If it's a small fire, okay? So now when it comes to small fires, the dousing is very easy, but when it comes to huge fires, or fires which have spread beyond the point of origin and suppose engulfed the entire area, then it's a professional who's required. Those are the firefighters from Mumbai Fire Brigade. So let's move ahead with this. So now let's come to the methods of extinction of fire. The first method what we see over here is starvation. What is starvation? Is nothing but removal of fuel. So again coming back to the same example of this diya, if I want to douse this fire, can anybody tell me how do I douse this fire? You eliminate the source of fuel. Can you do that? Automatically douse it on its own. So what is that called? Starvation, which is removal of fuel. What is the next method? Which way do I need to point? Oh, here exactly where I need to stand? Anyway, fine. Okay, the next method is cooling method. In cooling, what do? You remove the heat source. What's the easiest way of doing it? And very easily available resource? Very good. So, but you'll use water anywhere and everywhere? No, right? You will use water only on A-class fires. You will not use this. I will come to the classes of fire later, but to give you an example, you will not use it on electricity. Why? Can you please raise your hand and talk so that even I'll know who's talking? So in technical terms, what do you say that? It's a good conductor of what? What is a good conductor? Water is a good conductor of heat and electricity. That is why you will not use. Why? If you use it, you will witness a shock. And it can turn out to be fatal as well. So you will not use it over there. Not working. Is the battery low? Yeah. The next method is smothering. What is smothering? Removal of oxygen from that fire triangle. What's the best example over here? Suppose you're cooking in the kitchen. You have an oil pan over there and your oil pan, the oil in the oil pan catches fire and you want to douse that fire. What will you do? you will remove oxygen. How would you do that? Take a small lid, put it over it, oxygen supply is cut. Fire will get doused. But do not remove the lid immediately. Some amount of oxygen is still present in there. So let that oxygen get utilized. You remove it, you will see that the fire is doused. Is it very easy? So there are 3 ways of extinction. Can somebody tell me? What's the first one? Very good. Who's that? A round of applause for her, please. She's been answering all the questions. What's the next one? And what is starvation? Starvation is removal of? Very good. What's the next method? Cooling. What is cooling? Removal of heat source. And what's the last method? Smothering. What is that? Removal of? So now can you douse fire? Now can you douse fire? Very good. I am coming to the categories of fire. There are 5 categories of fire. A, B, C, D, E. What is the first category? Is your combustible solids. Your paper, your wood, the sofa which you sit, the chair which you're sitting on, that comes under A class fire. What's the B? Combustible liquids or liquefiable solids. What are that? Your petrol, your diesel, kerosene, any combustible liquid. Next is your combustible gases, LPG, acetylene, hydrogen, methane, natural gas, CNG, PNG, LPG. ये सब क्या होता है? These comes under combustible gases. The next is combustible metals, magnesium, sodium, uranium, thorium, etc. Electrical equipments, wiring, your switch gears, your AC, everything which has got electric supply to it comes under this. How many are from the science background over here? Have you heard about the metal sodium? How many have used this metal in the lab? What have you done with it? I used to do in my college days. Not to do it, but now. Since I'm a fire professional, I keep telling people, I used to do it in my college days. A small sodium metal, this much also, when it comes in contact with water, it explodes. Not a big explosion, small explosion. So always, sodium is kept in what? Science students. Kerosene. It should never come in contact with water. Specifically for science students, I think commerce background and arts background will not get this sodium metal, but science people will definitely get to use this. Now what are different types of extinguisher over here? Water extinguisher, where will you use it? Class A fires. What's the next? Foam extinguisher. Where will you use it? Class B fires. DCP, A, B, C, you can use it on all categories, A category, B category, C. Carbon dioxide gas, this is again repeat, so I'll just move ahead. This is very important right now. Have you ever seen a fire extinguisher? Is there a fire extinguisher nearby over here? I can see over here. Can you please get that ABC type extinguisher over here? How many of you used it? Anyone who's used it? Now let's go to the fire extinguisher. Can you see a safety pin over there? Why that safety pin is given? Accidentally also, if you happen to press that handle, it will not get activated. It's kind of a safety device. There is a seal also at times. I'll help you. Wait. इधर रख दीजिए नीचे थोड़ा गंदा है but it's okay. Can you see this gauge over here? That gauge has got 3 indications. In the center it is green, on the right it is red, and the left it is red. The needle should always point the green thing. Anything on the red and left is red this side or red other side. It can be either over pressurized or it can be used. If it is used, the pressure will drop down. So that indicates whether you can use that extinguisher. Only if the needle is pointing the green thing, then only you can use it. What is the best way to use it? As in, I will tell you the acronym today. PASS. P stands for pull the pin. There is a pin over here, safety pin. Just put your finger inside it and just pull it. Okay? See, this is a pin. There is a seal. I'm not going to break it right now. You just have to put your finger inside it and pull it. Aim the nozzle, meaning this is a nozzle. This is called the nozzle, and this you have to point at the seat of fire. Where do you need to point? At the seat of fire. Squeeze the handle. This is the handle. You need to squeeze it. This will get operated only when you remove the safety pin. At times in panic situation, what happens is people go and try to press that handle, but it is not getting pressed. So what you need to do is pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and the last S stands for sweep side to side at the seat of fire. So now dousing a fire has become easy. In 7-8 slides, you've learned to use a fire extinguisher also. If time permits, we will show you a demo also. Okay, we'll have a small demo if there is an open space over here. There is a note which is very important given over here. Note, if when using a fire extinguisher, the fire is physically larger than you, can safely handle, evacuate the area and notify others by activating the emergency pull station and call 101. That means this is used as a first aid equipment. You understand what is first aid? Only when the fire is very small, then only you can use it. If the fire is spread beyond the point of origin and it is engulfed a bigger area, then this extinguisher cannot be used over here. Then what can be used over here? Any idea? Any idea? Have you seen any other equipment in your premises? Water. There is a hose, right? There are two types of hoses. One is a first aid hose, which is a smaller pipe of smaller diameter, and there is a canvas hose, which is approximately 50 feet. Okay, that's a bigger one. For that, you need to know how to handle it. But the smaller first aid hose line, you can just pull it, start it, and start dousing the fire. But you should know what kind of fire it is. If it's an E-class fire, you cannot use it. Now, if you want to use water on E-class fire, how will you use water on it? Very simple. Go to the meter cabin, cut off the electric supply. Now what, that E-class fire have you converted to A-class? Now you can use water? Very simple. So in case if you do not have any other resource of dousing fire other than water, and if it's an electric fire, what do you need to do? You need to cut off the electric supply. There are circuit breaker units also. You can just switch off from there also. Not necessary that you have to go to the meter cabin, but meter cabin, if you pull out the fuse, the whole electric supply to the premises or to the structure will be discontinued. Shall I move ahead? Again, to repeat it, pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle and sweep side to side. Remember, never fight a fire in any of the following if you do not have a proper fire extinguisher. Meaning what? You have an A-class fire extinguisher, that is water, and the fire is of different category. Suppose E-class category. Then you should have the proper equipment. Second, fire is spread beyond the point of origin and your instincts tell you to get out. Even after telling you, teaching you, but you feel that inner instincts tell you that this is not my cup of tea, I cannot do it, I cannot handle it. Simple is, evacuate that particular place, call the emergency service people and go to the safest place. Which is the safest place over here? Assembly area. On my last slides I will tell you what it is. In the event of fire, what you need to do is, you should cover your mouth and nose with a handkerchief. And if that handkerchief is wet, it is far better. So, moist towel or an article of clothing to keep out of dangerous fumes while evacuating. Crawl under the smoke to safety, staying as low to the ground as possible. Smoke always rises up. The thing is that, now you will not crawl in small incidents. Let me make it very easy. Otherwise you say, Mr. More said crawl and go out. If it's a small incident, just walk out. If it's a smoke-logged area, the smoke always travels in the upward direction. Okay, so down you will have some amount of oxygen, so you can breathe enough. So what you'll do, use your handkerchief, tie it around your mouth and your nose and crawl and go out. Clear? Eh? These are some active and passive fixed firefighting installations in a high-rise building or in a school. I'm just mentioning high-rise because last time when I gave a presentation, it was for a high-rise. I've not edited. So what are these? Manual call point. What's a manual call point? In our language, we just use short forms, that is MCP. A manual call point is nothing but an alarm. Can you see that right square thing over there? Break glass, press here, it's written. Is it visible at the end? What do you need to do? There is a small hammer which is always given to this assembly. You need to break it. At times it happens that that hammer is not present over there. What you can do is, your heel of the shoes, just remove your shoes and break it. It is simple. Or use any other heavy object which is there nearby to break it and just raise the alarm. But whenever you raise the alarm, you should be aware that which premises are you present in, whether it requires to be operated or not. If it's a small short circuit and if it's an hospital area or suppose if it's a college building itself, unnecessarily panic situation can be created. So you will raise an alarm only if your protocol officer tells you to do it or he instructs it. Otherwise you always have some helpline numbers over here. I will get back to that again. Let's go to the next one, that is first aid hose reel, which you can see the round one over there. As I told you earlier, you can use water from that hose reel. Secondly, sprinkler systems. How many of you have seen sprinkler systems? Where have you seen it? Basement areas where parking are there, auditoriums, etc., etc., etc. What's a sprinkler system? I want somebody else to answer. I cannot jump down over here, but yes. Can I come down? Okay, that's better. So that I can interact with you. My teachers used to do that, go back to the last bencher and talk to him. So I never used to sit on the last bench, I used to sit somewhere in between. Yes, what's a sprinkler system? Anybody? An attempt? Yes.
Whenever it detects fire or smoke, they have setups above the, like on the ceiling, and then they just sprinkle water all to douse the fire on a certain level.
Okay, a good attempt. I'll explain it to you in a brief manner. The sprinkler which you see on the ceiling is attached to the water pipes, that is attached to the pump. Okay? It has got a bulb inside it, it's a fire rated bulb. As soon as a temperature increases in that particular area, that fire rated bulb explodes. As soon as it explodes, the water starts dropping down over there. The pressure gets reduced and the sprinkler pump gets activated and gives you more pressure, and the water starts falling down on the fire. Clear? Eh? So is sprinkler system good enough? So what do you need to do? How many of you stay in a high-rise building? Have you ever noticed that your installation, fixed firefighting installation is in working condition? Coming back to the little deviating from the sprinkler system, I will come to the MFP LSM Act, that is the Maharashtra Fire Prevention Life Safety Act 2006, which states that every year in the month of Jan, first week, in the month of July, first week, you have to submit a Form B to the nearest fire station. Right now we have this facility on the MCGM portal stating, what does a Form B state? The Form B states that your fixed firefighting installation which is there in the premises is in working condition. Okay, so if you are staying in a high-rise building, have you asked your chairman or your society bearers that have you submitted the Form B? That means, are you safe or not? In short, that Form B will tell you. Form B will give you a certification that your system is working for the past 6 months. Clear hai? So when you go home, ask your secretary, sir, Form B diya hai kya aapne? Now this is the month of July, right? In the first week they have to submit it. Okay. Now what's a fire resistant door? What's a fire resistant door? Now we are sitting in an auditorium over here. A fire resistant door is a door which is not as a normal door. It's rated for handling fire for 60 minutes, 120 minutes. That means it's a rated door for 1 hour fire resistant, 2 hour fire resistant, depending on the occupancy. Where will it be mentioned? It will be mentioned in your fire safety requirements given by the fire brigade department, which door and what rating should be given for that. Okay? Next is the fire alarm panel. Where will you see this? You will generally see on the ground floor near the reception area, and it has always been managed by some security personnel generally. What's a fire panel? A fire panel will indicate which particular area the detector is activated. Now which detector? Smoke detector. Now there are two kinds of panels. One is the addressable panel and one is a conventional panel. The addressable panel will exactly give you the location which smoke detector, which zone has it been activated. So generally we give addressable panels. I will not go much details into it, but you should know the fire alarm panel will give you an idea which detector in the premises is activated. Clear it? Now what are common causes of fire? There are different. The first and the foremost thing is, I would say, electrical. This you will see specifically during Diwali, during Ganpati, any of the festivals. You need to decorate your house, make it look much more beautiful. But what do? In one socket you start putting in many wires and wires and wires. And what happens? It has got a load bearing capacity. Beyond that, आपके ऊपर अगर मैं 50 kgs load डालूँ, you will bear it. But if I put 200 kgs on it, probably you will drop down, right? Simple. ऐसे ही फंडा है. So do not overload it. Loose connections. माचिस की तीलियाँ डालते हो आप. You've seen it, right? Not to do it. Change your sockets. Misuse of electrical meter rooms. Specifically, again, I come back to the high-rise building. The meter cabins are quite huge enough where your security personnel starts keeping his uniform over there. He starts dwelling over there. Slowly, he starts cooking over there. So basically the office bearer need to keep a check on all this. In case if any of these security guards or XYZ housekeeping staff is using this particular area for keeping stuff or for dwelling or for cooking, etc., activities, this should be stopped immediately. If this is noticed by any of the fire officers who comes to inspect your place, again they can issue you a notice for that. Okay? Age wiring and installations. We have been renovating our places, spending lakhs of monies, but when it comes to wiring your other installations, you generally happen to give chalta hai. So what you need to do over here, you need to change your attitude of chalta hai. Make sure, other than doing all the renovation, the first and foremost thing what you need to do is change your age wirings. The building was constructed in 1961 and now it is 2025. Still the wiring is going on. It has got its life. Make sure that you do an electrical audit once a year. Check your electrical wirings and do it from a certified contractor only, not from any चालू हुई कोई आता है ना घर पे आपके electrician. Not that. He has to be a certified person. He needs to be a licensed person. Unattended electrical appliances. This is basically carelessness, careless smoking in offices, public places, factories and offices. Moving vehicles, sparks coming from that. Naked flames in the kitchen. A small appeal to all those people who cook over there in the kitchen, use an apron, a thick apron, so in case if any kind of spillage happens, or warm water falling on you, or probably any fire coming on you, can protect you to a certain extent. Worshipping time. See, this is these pictures are, very self-explanatory. You can see a curtain over there and you can see that samai. Okay, we call it samai, diya, whatever you call it. And that fire, that particular curtain has caught fire due to that diya. So keep it a little far from your combustible materials. Your firecrackers, I'm going to just run through it. Welding, cutting. Spontaneous combustion can be one of the reasons. Arson. Chemical reactions, lightning, incendiarism. Now comes the main topic, what to do in case of fire. In case of fire, the fire professionals are not the first responders. The person over there, it can be a student, it can be a teacher in your premises, it can be an admin staff, who is the first respondent. The picture clearly states do not run. Is it right or wrong? You should not run, but you should not run helter-skelter. Now suppose a fire is at the back, definitely you should run. Otherwise don't say the fire officer said you should not run. But when you run, make sure that the doors behind you are always closed. Second thing what you need to do is do not panic. Here I will give you a small hint, as a small idea, that if you witness any kind of an emergency situation, not only fire, Just stay calm over there, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, spend some 10 seconds over there, depending on the emergency. Check which is the safest and the fastest route of escape and which is the safest place to go. You have an assembly area over here for your colleges. Make sure that you come back to that particular area where the roll call will be taken. Inform fire brigade and alert your neighbors. So whenever you're evacuating, make sure that the nearby people besides you, residing or working, whatever the case may be, you will inform them. If possible, use fire extinguisher. As I said earlier, shut all the doors behind you. Why? So that the fire which is started over there will not go from that particular area to another area. Make exit to the ground level instead of terrace. Never use elevators, right? Always use staircase. But there are certain cases wherein your escape routes are always blocked. Your escape routes are always blocked, so you will always go to the refuge area if it's a high-rise building. If the refuge area is also not available, then only you will go to the terrace level. But the first priority will be go to the ground level. In the event of fire, never stop to take personal belongings or pets or to make a phone call while evacuating. Never go back into a burning building once safely outside. Here I would like to give you an example wherein I was dousing a fire at one of the places near Gawala Tank, and the name of the building was Mount Blanc only. I had come from a very far fire station and I was being given a job of evacuating people. The flat was 2 levels above the fire, as in I was on the 9th floor, the fire was on the 7th floor. So I told that particular lady that please, I have been given the task of evacuating people, so I request you to come along with me. I will take you to the safest place. But the lady literally took 5 to 7 minutes to come out of the place. First 2 minutes I had to convince her. The next 5 minutes she went to take her belongings, and then finally she decided to come back. In such cases, whenever any emergency responder person comes to you and gives you an order or guides you, please request, it's a sincere request to you, please listen to him. Follow his instructions because he is a professional. He is not a normal person. He has handled many kind of emergencies, so he knows how to evacuate and take you to a safer place. In case if you do not listen to him and the fire spreads beyond again and again and the area gets smoke cloud, probably your life will also be at stake and his life will also be at stake. So always listen to an emergency responder. In case if your clothes catches fire, what do? You stop, drop, roll on the ground, and or you can cover with a blanket or pour water on the body. Just make sure that the water is not contaminated. If your clothes catch fire, douse the person with water till pain subsides, cover the person with a clean cloth, immediately rush to the hospital. Do not remove burned clothing that is stuck to the skin. Don't become a doctor. You are not a doctor. Do not apply any kinds of ointments. Some people say कि ink डालने पे ये होता है, मेहंदी लगाने से ये होता है. Please do not do that. You're not supposed to do it. Avoid breaking burn blisters also. Now what do you do in emergencies? You will call whom? Fire brigade, right? And what is the number for that? 101. These are the other numbers. In case 101 is not available, you can just take a screenshot of that. You can call up this number. Suppose 101, that number also is not working. Probably udhar hi house collapse hua, the system is gone for a toss. Whom will you call? Disaster control. Anybody knows the number of disaster control room? 1916. Please note this. 101 and 1916 has to be stored in your mobile. And if that disaster control is also not reachable, you can also call police because we all three are in touch with each other. So they will give us a call and inform us that there is some kind of emergency in whichever place. When you call the fire brigade, make sure that you give them the exact address with a point of interest. What's a point of interest? A landmark. All the places will not be known by a fire officer, but a landmark. Now KC College itself is a landmark, HR College itself is a landmark. So any building or any other premises nearby should give a landmark of KC College or HR College. Eros Theatre can be a landmark, Cross Maidan can be a landmark. Keep down the receiver once you give the information to the control room. Wait for the control room to call you back because the control room is going to verify your information. Make sure that you please don't keep your phones busy at that time because the control room will call you and your number will come busy. and the control room will not send any of the emergency appliances unless and until your number is verified. But in certain cases, if the emergency is quite big enough, the control room will not verify, because if they call 15-20, if they get 15-20 calls for the same emergency, then it is clearly understood that the emergency is quite big. They will not verify. They'll take the information from you and they'll start sending the emergency vehicles at the scene of incident. Now, what kind of incident it is, that matters a lot. What information do you need to give? You need to mention the structure. You need to give the exact address with a point of interest or a landmark. Secondly, you need to tell them whether any person is injured, if any person is stuck inside the building, if he's stuck, how many people are stuck, which floor they are stuck, because this information will be given to the first arriving officer. So his line of action will automatically be according to the information passed on by the caller or the person in distress, and he will act accordingly when it comes at the scene of incident. So these are very important things. If it's a high-rise building, please mention, because we have a protocol. We generally send 2 fire engines, 1 special appliance, 1 assistant divisional fire officers, 2 station officers at the scene of incident, even if it's a small electric fire also. So if it's a high-rise building, please mention it that it's a high-rise building. Now coming to your evacuation protocols. What are we going to learn in this? Understand what evacuation means, learn when evacuation is necessary, how to evacuate safely, identify roles and responsibilities, review post-evacuation procedures. Can somebody read out? I'm a little tired, I need some water. Can you read it for me?
What is an evacuation? Evacuation is the process of moving people from a dangerous or potentially dangerous location to a safer place. It's a temporary or permanent removal of individuals from an area due to an emergency or threat.
Now when we talk about emergency, an emergency can be a fire. I have given you the example. It can be an earthquake, it can be gas leak, it can be bomb threat, it can be flood, it can be storm, it can be various types of emergencies. These are some I've mentioned in that PPT. So what is evacuation basically? You need to move people to a safer place. Suppose, let's take a hypothetical example. There is some kind of distress over here in the auditorium. So, and if we plan an evacuation over here, so what would be the safest place? Your assembly area in the premises. So evacuating each and every person from this auditorium till the safest place, that is the assembly place, is your evacuation. Now what are the types of evacuation? Emergency evacuations, rapid removal due to an immediate threat, or it can be a planned evacuation, pre-arranged procedures for specific situation, like in a high-rise building. Rapid movement as in rapid removal, as in I said, immediately abhi kuch ho gaya and I have to make you evacuate. And planned evacuation, that is, you practice these drills, right? Evacuation drill jo aapke premises mein hoti hai, when you practice, that is a planned evacuation, which you can call it as a pre-arranged procedures for specific situations. Example, fire, etc. Now when to evacuate? Evacuate when fire alarms are activated. A fire alarm will be activated only when the emergency is quite big enough. Official announced by emergency personnel. Suppose if you have an emergency team in the college over here and the emergency team head announces over the PA system that please evacuate, that time you need to evacuate. Visible hazards like smoke, fire, water, there is too much of smoke, too much of fire, in that case you need not wait for anyone, just come down. And upon instruction from supervisors or safety officers. I'll just have a sip of water, please. Now evacuation preparation. Know all emergency exits and escape routes. Again, little deviating from this topic. Wherever you go, whenever you go, specifically mall areas or any places which are having more footfall like theatres, etc. What do you need to do? Whenever you are entering that premises, you need to know your exit routes, because you never know when an emergency can happen. So if an emergency happens, you are well acquainted with your escape routes. Participate in drills and training. Suppose if we conduct training, right now we are conducting a training for you. If we conduct an evacuation drill for you, you need to participate in that. Keep exit paths clear or escape routes clear. Do not keep any kind of obstacles like your furniture, bicycles, etc. in escape routes, because that can create a hurdle for you also and for people like firefighters also. Because whenever we come for firefighting, the first and the foremost thing what we do is we completely disconnect the electric current. And once we disconnect the electric current, there is no visibility. In the night, let's take an hypothetical example. In the night, if any emergency happens, and if I come and disconnect the electric supply and there is no light in the escape route, and if you kept something in between, there are chances that I might topple over it, I might get hurt. Identify assembly points. Be aware of emergency contacts like your emergency team ka koi head रहेगा उसका, your fire wardens, etc. Evacuation steps. Stay calm. As I said in the earlier slides also, alert others. Stop what you're doing. If you're working on any emergency, any task given to you by your principal also, by a head of the department also, please stop it. Just evacuate. Leave immediately using the nearest safe exit. Do not use elevators again. Assist others, specifically elderly and disabled people. Sometimes the students are also disabled students are there in your premises. So make sure you use a buddy system. Help him to come down. Then close doors behind you. Go to the designated assembly area and wait for all clear sign. Evacuation roles and responsibilities. There are fire wardens or evacuation wardens. These are the people who will be given tasks to guide people to the exit routes. Always at the assembly area, they will do the head counts, report to the emergency services if they arrive over there. Employees, occupants, what is their responsibility? Follow the instructions, help others if trained, safe to do so. Security, facilities team, check zones for clearance. Suppose anybody is in charge of this particular auditorium and there's a fire and we evacuate, he will make sure that each and every person in this auditorium is evacuated. Shut down systems if required. Special consideration again, people with disabilities, use buddy system, help them to come out, have alternate, understand which is their assembly area. Proceed to your assembly area, do not leave the area until cleared. Supervisors or fire wardens conduct head counts, report missing persons immediately to the emergency service people. Post-evacuation protocols, stay at assembly point, follow emergency responders instructions as I said earlier. Do not re-enter the building, debriefing if required. And key reminders, coming to the end, last 5 minutes. Never ignore an alarm. What happens generally, we practice these drills, so we raise an alarm. So most of the corporate people I've seen, no, they have got some emergency, so they don't follow the instruction, they keep doing their role. But when a real life scenario happens, they really don't know what to do, where to do, how to evacuate, whom to report to. So always participation in such kind of drills is very important. Evacuation drills are mandatory because practice makes a man perfect. Keep calm, act fast, safe, familiarize yourself with exit sign, escape route, emergency contacts. Conclusion, evacuation protocols save lives. Everyone plays a role, practice and preparedness is safety. These are some pictures. At the end, I have some more videos, but I think the session will be too long. I will just keep the videos over here. Somebody can pass it on WhatsApp group, check those videos, because then you will understand what a fire is, how to handle fire. But now it is too late. I think it will come too late for your lunch also. In the end, I would say fire safety is a joint effort and joint responsibility, not just fire brigade's responsibility. So if we work together, we can make this community a better place to stay and live. Thank you very much for listening to me patiently. And any questions? Any questions? Now if there are questions, that means you were listening to me. If there are no questions, that means probably half people are gone to sleep.
Hello, check. Thank you, Ron. You can sit down, drink water, enjoy yourself. Okay, so the basic presentation, okay? Why evacuation is needed, he must have informed you, told you about everything. Even if you do not follow anything, rest assured, the fire department is, quite eligible and we are well equipped, okay? Even if you do not follow any instructions, we are there. So this is a leading fire service. We are second best leading fire service around the globe. The first one is London Fire Brigade. from where we are inherited. I mean, those are the people, Britishers, who came here and they started the fire services in India. Okay, so we are the second best leading fire services in India. Now, after a few years, I think will pass on the London Fire Service also. So we have all equipments, all vehicles, everything along with us. You name it and we have it. We are having 35 fire stations, 19 mini fire stations and 22 ward fire stations. In and all, when a study, a research was done by an RMSI and CRISIL, these are some private organization, we need 100 fire stations for Mumbai. But as a land scarcity, we cannot have these fire stations. So we made a concept of these major fire stations, mini fire stations and ward fire stations. So all in all, we have this fire station. All fire stations are strategically located in Mumbai. Anywhere in Mumbai, my response time is 2 to 2.5 minutes, night time. Let me add on this. During daytime, there is traffic time, so we take 10 to 12 minutes, but night time, any corner of Borivali, if you say any corner of Nariman Point, will reach in 2 to 2.5 minutes. So rest assured of that, if you are staying in a high-rise building. I'll just add some key points which were ignored. One thing, why evacuation is needed? Because we should know the definition of travel distance. Okay, you hear this definitions, tell everyone else, I always tell people, travel distance, ultimate safety and comparative safety. These are the three factors you should always know. Now what is travel distance? Travel distance is the distance traveled from your remotest corner of your house to the nearest staircase. Okay? Anywhere, all these measurements, all these dimensions are fixed in National Building Code, in laws. So you should understand this travel distance. Now, when you have an apartment, a house, this travel distance is 22.5 meters. Okay, and in commercial it is 30 meters. Roughly you say 30 meters, that is 100 steps. Walk 100 steps towards your safety. Anywhere in this corner, if you walk 100 steps, you will go to the safety. Always remember this travel distance. We have seen people dying near the staircases. Okay? Why? Because they are not aware about the travel distance. Any place you go, any mall, any multiplex, any theater, any apartment, travel distance, you should understand one. And you should know that even if I go this way or that way, I will find the safety. Okay, don't leave hope. We always come with the siren hooter, and this bang, very big noise. Why? Just to tell you that please wait, we are coming. Always listen to the sirens and hooters. Okay, that is why the reason why we come with a very, very bang and the sounds, right? Second part is ultimate safety and comparative safety. Now what is ultimate safety? Ultimate safety is out on the road. If emergency is happening here, I have gone through this door, I am evacuating this place and going to the assembly area, that is ultimate safety. Now what if I cannot go to ultimate safety? Then comes the comparative safety. What is that? A refuge area or place within this building where I'll be myself, I'll remain safe and I'll wait till a fire department arrives. So always remember travel distance, ultimate safety and comparative safety. These are the three factors you should understand the most. Last and foremost, I would rather suggest that how to join a fire brigade. Anybody who wish to join a fire department, any of you, to make a career. This is a very nice opportunity to have a career in fire services. I don't think you people are thinking that, this is not a good job. But believe me, this is a perfect job for adventure, for better pay and perks and facilities. If you are very adventurous, please join army, police or fire services. Now to join a fire services, what do you have? What do you require? What academics you want? You should be a science graduate, arts and commerce, no chance to become an officer. So you should be a science graduate, that you are chemistry graduate. Inorganic and organic chemistry should be your major subjects. This is not the end. You should have a first class degree in chemistry. MSc is preferable. After that, you go through a lot of obstacles, a lot of interviews, a lot of things, and then medical test, and then you are inducted as an officer. Now, once you become an officer, you are imparted some 6 months, 8 months training, rigorous training which is consisting of around 42 to 45 subjects. Right from down drainage till the aeroplane, all subjects are covered in that. So that rigorous training is been given to you. Then you come as a newly appointed officer. But your journey doesn't end here. After that, you need to pass two fire engineering examinations, which are equivalent to AMI. So we have a London Fire Service College and we have a National Fire Service College in India. Those colleges gives you those training and those examinations. Once you become a fire engineer, then you are eligible for promotions. So accordingly, you get this particular academics you have. Second aspect is all the officers in the department are working in 24 hours duty system. 24 ghanta duty is something, which is not very much, liked by other people. 24 hour duty system means we have 48 hours working and 1 day off. That 1 day off is also starts after evening 5:30. So in 24 hours, the service conditions as states that you are supposed to stay inside the premises along with your family. Any emergency, you run away. We don't get leaves, okay? We get leaves for birthday, we get 1 hour. For wedding, we get 2 hours. For any funeral, you get 3 or 4 hours. For own wedding, you get 6 hours leave. So शादी करना है तो फायर ब्रिगेड में मत आ जाओ. शादी नहीं करना है तो फायर ब्रिगेड में आ जाओ. So this is how we work. All the staff who are working under us, we are having around 3,500, including 165 officers and men. Men are around 2,800. So all these 3,000 people are working round the clock to save you. Even if you make single mistake, we are there. The city has come up with a high-rise building. All these high-rise buildings and malls multiplex are like a quagmire. It's a chakravyuh. And we, fire officers and men, are modern Abhimanyus who can break that quagmire, come inside, take you out safely and come out safely. So हम वो मॉडर्न अभिमन्यु है, वो चक्रव्यूह को भेदते भी है, अंदर जाते भी है और आपको जिंदा निकाल के बाहर भी आते. On that note, thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.
Hello everybody. With this note, my colleague officers are given a very, very wonderful speech or information to you. We are not here as a lecturer over here. Actually, the lecturer does all this job. We just share our information, what we have. We don't try to educate you, but share our information, and that information you should pass on to your colleagues or anywhere where you stay over there. But I would like to just assure you that you all are in safe hands with Mumbai Fire Brigade in Mumbai. And just to add on few points, everybody is using LPG and PNG gases in your houses. Are you aware that LPG is heavier than air and PNG is lighter than air? Anyone? See, the LPG is always heavier than air. If there is a leakage in your premises, there are chances of fire because of the refrigerator, what you keep in your kitchen or all. And if that comes in contact with the LPG gas, there is a fire. But it's very much safe if you are using PNG gas at your premises. I hope most of the people are using PNG gas at their premises. If anyone using LPG gas, please take the precaution and even make aware to your mom or in your family members regarding the usage of this LPG gases. And any questions from your side? Anybody? Anyways, thanks a lot for your cooperation and hearing us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring and eye-opening words. Your insights have truly shown us how much of us can be an agent of change during any crisis. On behalf of everyone present here, I express a heartfelt gratitude for taking out your valuable time to guide us today. We are grateful for your time and for answering the questions with such clarity. I would also like to extend my deepest gratitude to the Colonel Professor Hemlata Bagla ma'am, our esteemed Vice Chancellor of HSNC University. Ma'am, your dynamic leadership, your constant encouragement for your student-driven initiatives and your vision to create socially responsible youth truly motivate all of us to become a better each day. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your continuous support and presence today. I also take this opportunity to thank all the directors, the deans, the principals, teaching staff and non-teaching staff of HSNC University, Mumbai. Your tireless efforts in shaping us, your guidance and your belief in our potential are the pillars behind every successful event we organize. We are grateful for all your presence, your constant encouragement. With this, we conclude today's event. Thank you everyone and have a wonderful and a safe day ahead. I request all the students to be seated until the dignitaries leave. The speaker. Mike.
This is the beginning of inducting fire and safety wardens of HSNC University. Very soon you will get Google form and you have to get set and get ready to be the wardens of HSNC University, of your communities, of your families. How many of you will be ready to be the wardens, fire and safety wardens, along with me? If 2 students also get trained, I think this job is done. Thank you so much for being there every day, my dear ones. Many more programs are waiting for you. Just get the best of every event. And on behalf of each one of you, once again, I thank distinguished guests who have graced this day. आप यहाँ पे आए, वो बहुत बड़ी बात है. आपका टाइम कितना अमूल्य है. Your valuable contribution will go a long way for this institution. Thank you so much. Come, Tejashree madam, for a picture. Come.
I request everyone to keep standing for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request all the students to please be seated.